Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. Cumberland Outdoorsman here with you on a really hot early July day. Today is July the 8th, and it's hot. Like I said, it was, I think 98 degrees is what it got up to today. This is afternoon. It's about 3:30 right now, and I'm out here on this creek hoping to do a little bit of creek fishing here and maybe even do a catch and cook video. I'm seeing some bass here. It looks like smallmouth here chasing some shad around here in this really clear water. The water's kind of low because we just haven't had much rain lately, but I'm going to get in here and do some creek wading upstream and then downstream. Hopefully we'll catch some smallmouth bass, maybe even some rock bass, and that's really what I'm after, is some good sized rock bass. I normally don't keep any fish that I catch out of these creeks, but I think I'm going to try and do some cooking and take you along with me. I've got a few recipes for those of you that are interested, and hopefully we'll catch a few nice fish to put on the table. So stay with me. Okay, I see some small bass right down here in the water. I'm going to try out this Helgermite because this is a really good creek fishing bait, and there's some smallmouth bass that just went over by that pillar right there. There goes one. He's a little smallmouth. Hey, yeah. That's the first one. Little fella. Well, he liked that. And we're gonna let him go. Go back home. Get bigger. Okay, I just cast it in. Whoop, there's one. That's a rock bass. That's a red eye there, but he's too small. He's a little guy. We're gonna let him go. There's another little old smallmouth, I think. Oh yeah. Little fella. Oh man, what have I got here? Look at there. There's 5 smallmouth following the one I just hooked. Some bigger ones too. Toss back in there because I see several more. Might catch another one. I didn't even see that fish grab that bait. There we go. Two of them just looked at it. One grabbed it, but I didn't hook him. I'm gonna get it further up in that shadow right there. Come on, bite it. Come on, take it. They're looking at it, but they're not taking it. See what's over on this side. Shallower here, but no. There we go. There's another one. Oh, it's a red eye. Yeah, he picked it up and took off with it. Little guy. There's kind of a deep hole next to this little rapid here. Might be something in there. No. There's some fish in there, but I don't. There we go. A little red eye. Rock bass. He grabbed it and I didn't even know it. But I saw several more in there with him. Throw back in there, see if another one hits. Sometimes seems like they just come out of nowhere. Oh man. Boy, he grabbed it right when I said that. Another smallmouth. Look at there. Yeah, buddy. Oh, get you out of them rocks. There's another smallmouth. Oh, he got off. It's okay. They are some fighting little rascals. He was right over there off that little point. See if there's another one in there with him. Something hit it. I see some more rocks way over there. I don't know if there's anything in there, but ain't but one way to find out. Something pecking on it. There we go. He picked it up, another little smallmouth. Up. And he spit it out. I keep losing these fish. Let's try another one here. Oh man, I saw him grab it. Oh, don't come off, don't come off. That's a better fish. Another smallmouth. Oh, that's fun. Boy, they're strong. Look at him bending that pole. Hey, he's wanting to run with it. There's a good one. There's a better fish. That lure down there in his mouth. Tennessee smallmouth. Just as I was pulling back, a little smallmouth hit it. Cute little guy. Boy, smallmouth are in this creek. I'm gonna throw in right where that tree limb's hanging down, just on the other side of it there. Pull it this way, see what happens. Here we go. That's a red eye. Little guy. I'll let him go too. I know there's some more in there. Whoa, boy, he grabbed it. Yeah, buddy. Pretty smallmouth. Pretty smallmouth. He saw it and took it. I'm gonna let him go. Well, I just threw in this deep hole here and I got something. Oh, there it is. It's a little smallmouth. He's jumping out of the water. Hey, buddy. I'd like to get into some better fish. There we go. Another little smallmouth. Well, this creek is just full of smallmouth. I'll let you go, buddy. Watch him take off there. There you go. Something's got it. And another one. Another smallmouth, grab it. Little, but still lots of fun. Oh, Lordy. Okay, folks, here's another deep hole here along the edge of these rocks. Let's see if there's any bass in here. Not even a nibble there. Let's try it down that way. See if anything bites it at all. There we go. Another smallmouth. Boy, they're strong in these creeks. Man, fighters. Good fighters. Look at there's 5 with it there, following it around. There's some pulling rascals. Another little smallmouth. A lot of times they'll hit it on the fall as it comes down. go. Another little bitty smallmouth. Look at the fight they got in them, even when they're little like that. There's just no give up to them. Little guy. Sooner or later, I should catch a good one. Some pretty water right here, folks. Beautiful water. Just gorgeous. See if there's anything in this hole right over here. There we go. That feels like a better fish right there, folks. A much better fish. Oh man, he's strong, pulling the drag out. Yeah, buddy. He's running with it. Get him up here in the shallow. There's what I'm talking about. That's a smallmouth. There's a good smallmouth. Really nice smallmouth. Seeing a bass cruise right there in front of me. See if he takes it. He looked at it. He looked at it, but he didn't take it. He was interested for a second. Let's see what's in this big hole over here. There we go. There's another one. Man, cutting it up there, buddy. Another good smallmouth. Beautiful. Well, there ain't but one thing to do, and that's catch another one. If there's one in there. I could see that line moving. I felt him pick it up and that line move. I'll cast over there. There's one cruising by right there. There we go. Oh man, he got off. Had another one on there, but he got off. What we got here? Oh, that's a red eye. There's another one. Another red eye. Got him foul hooked. Well, folks, I came back to this hole on the way back and I threw my lure in and caught a little smallmouth, and then here's another one I just hooked. I just threw it in there right after. And there he is. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. That's another little smallmouth. They're little, but boy, they are fighting little rascals. Just pitch him right in there. There he goes. That was fun. I knew there was some bass in here. There, I hooked another good one. Good smallmouth. Let's see if we can get him over here. Man, he pulls hard. Oh. Oh man. Strong fish. Man, they're strong. That's a nice one there. That is a nice smallmouth. Look at there, folks. Beautiful. Beautiful smallie right there. Okay, folks, just to let you know, what I'm using today is a medium light action graphite rod. This one made by Liberty. It's a 5-foot rod. And the reason I like a shorter rod around these creeks is so you don't hit tree limbs and things like that. You have to swing a little bit harder to get a long cast, especially with these lighter lures like this right here. This is only a 1/4 ounce. But you know, when you got a good reel like this vintage Daiwa Procaster, this is a little bitty reel actually, but it's in real good condition, and it's one of my favorite ones out of my collection. But this is an older reel. This is from back in the 1980s, I believe, mid 80s. Ideally, what you want in these creeks is a good spinning reel, but I like to use these little bait casters, and they're just real sporty way to fish for these bass. So it's kind of a scaled down version of fishing for bass in a lake using lures. So anyway, we're going to head on back and call it a day. Well folks, here I am back home now, and I went ahead and took the liberty of filleting those bass that I caught. I only kept 3 of them, and out of the 20 or 30 that I caught, that's not many. I normally don't keep any of them at all. I usually always practice catch and release, and that's even for the little rock bass, even though they're super fine quality in terms of fish meat to eat. I mean, they're just as good as crappie in my opinion. And here I've got some fillets that I've already cleaned, and they're ready to be cooked. And what I like to do is go ahead and season them first, season the fillets. And since I'm on a keto diet now, my wife and I have adapted the keto diet. We're going to use this almond nut flour. Now this stuff is expensive, but you know, we're trying to cut down on the carbohydrates, and this here only contains let's see, 1% carbohydrate, which is practically nothing, and 0 sugars. So, you know, if you're going to stick with a diet like that to try to lose weight or to improve your health, then that's what you need to do. You need to be consistent and stay with it. That's why a lot of diets fail, because people just don't stay with them. Now you can cook your fish or chicken or whatever else that you have. You can either cook it in avocado oil if you're on a keto diet. You can use coconut oil, or you can use extra virgin olive oil. You can use butter, and you can actually use lard, because lard has no sugar, no carbohydrates. And you know, depending on how you like it, I would experiment and try all those different types of cooking oil to cook whatever it is you're trying to prepare. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and season these fillets, and I've already got some cooking here. Let me show you what I've got. Got a couple of fillets right there in the skillet, frying up. And then when they get golden brown on the other side, I'm going to flip them over so that they get done all the way through. Now here's something I used to use a lot to fry up fish and other things. It's cornmeal, but if you look here, the sugars are low, 0 added sugars, but the total carbohydrates are 24 grams. Okay, so if you're going to use any of this at all, I'd probably mix it with my almond flour, but try to stay away from this if you're on a keto diet. I mean, there's 0 total sugars, but the carbohydrates is what you want to watch out for, because that turns into sugar as soon as it hits your bloodstream. So be careful if you're on that kind of diet. If you're not worried about it, you can use cornmeal or cornmeal and flour or whatever. But I think everybody should start adapting a more carbohydrate-free diet for your health. And that's what I've done. And in terms of the oils that we use, it's the type of fats that you're trying to avoid. Because if you have canola oil that you like to use, do yourself a favor and throw it in the trash, because that's where it belongs. That stuff is terrible for you. Let me go ahead and try to flip one of these over and see what it looks like here. Oh yeah. That's going to be good. The thing about fish, you know, if you're on a heart healthy diet, if you have any kind of heart condition or whatever, fish is really good for you, especially if it's cooked this way. We all know that fish, especially wild caught fish, you know, everybody talks about wild caught salmon, but this is wild caught bass. are high in omega-3 oils, which is great for your heart, for any kind of cardiac issues that you might have. So anyway, let me go ahead and finish cooking this, and then I've got a few other things I'd like to add to it, and we'll sit down and have a great meal. Okay, I took these fillets out of the skillet, and that's how they turned out, folks. Look pretty good. Now we're going to fix some onion rings, and my wife made some green fried tomatoes. It's kind of a southern dish. Green fried tomatoes. Everything's fried, but it's all keto friendly, low carbohydrate, and low sugar, and the right kind of fats that your body can actually digest. So we'll get done, and then I'll go ahead and prepare a dish, and we'll sit down and have some food. Okay folks, now I'm done frying all this food here. Got the fish fillets done. My wife made some fried green tomatoes, and I made some onion rings here. I know it don't look that appetizing, but we're going to try one out here. That's pretty good, actually. First time I've ever tried that almond flour, but hey, it works. And the fish, I've already tried a little bit of it, I'll confess, but it's just as white and flaky, tender. That's pretty good. Alright. Well folks, I'm going to go ahead and close out the video by saying thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the fishing trip that I took you on, and also in cooking and eating these fish. Like I say, I hardly ever keep any bass or any fish that I catch out of the streams because I'm trying to be more conservation minded, but since this is a catch and cook video, I just wanted to try this because a lot of you have requested a catch and cook video. So I'm going to go sit down and have a meal with my grandson and wife. And remember, if you like to go hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, hiking, whatever it may be, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And also remember, hit that like button, smash that bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this will be coming your way. So until next time, this is the Cumberland Outdoorsman wishing you well. Y'all stay safe out there and get out there and enjoy the great outdoors. I'll be seeing you.